Hi, Kevin. How are you? Welcome.
Hi, I'm doing okay.
How was your week?
Uh, it's kind of okay. I'm working from home again. We had our district decided that we're gonna close for 3 weeks because the number of cases in LA for coronavirus is increasing. So, kind of a relief there, but that means I'm home more. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um, I have that roommate, Kyle.
hmm
Um, his girlfriend's been over a lot, but I'm making it work, I guess.
Okay. I definitely want to hear more about that. I heard I read about the Disneyland annual pass holder program coming to an end.
Yeah, I know. I'm sad about that, but I'm kind of relieved on the other end because I was kind of stressing about how we're going to make reservations and everything with limited numbers. So
Right.
kind of good. We're starting a clean slate. Yeah. But that was my happy place. So can't
Right.
go there to relieve stress or anything. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'm glad you had a good week and you're being safe at home. I definitely want to hear more about you and your roommate and the issues that you guys are having. So let's get started. First,
All
I
right.
just go over with you the volunteer counseling recording and consent form that we went over together earlier and you signed.
Hmm.
I just kind of want to explain what you're consenting to and what your confidentiality means here with me, and then we'll get started.
All right.
You did initial saying that you consented to the video audio recordings being made of this mock counseling session and to these recordings being used to aid in the growth of counseling knowledge and skills. You consented to the excerpts from these recordings or descriptions of them being used by the Grand Canyon University faculty and staff for the purposes of supervision, research, and or counseling. And then you acknowledge that you understood any part of this conversation that is recorded or written down will be kept anonymous. So we are using fictitious names and scenarios, so your information will remain confidential.
Okay.
And that you acknowledge that you understood that if the recording of the mock counseling session activates any suicidal ideation or other potentially harmful thoughts, that you will reach out to a professional in your area immediately. Neither GCU, the college, nor the counseling student, myself, will be held accountable if you harm yourself. So you did consent to that. And I just want to go over the confidentiality agreement. Everything that we talk about will be kept between us, and it'll stay in here. I do have to report, though, if you make any claims to me that you are going to hurt either yourself or others. But
Hmm.
other than that, everything that we discuss will remain in this session. Okay?
Got it. Sounds
Understood. Awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. Um, so I see, and like I said, I do want to hear more about Kyle. So why don't we get started with that? Can you tell me what is going on between you and your roommate,
Yeah.
Kyle?
So Kyle and I have been friends for a long time. We went to college together. We were roommates in college, and then once we graduated, we decided, since we both have jobs around the same area, we try to room together still. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Recently, his girlfriend has been spending a little bit more time at our apartment. Um, I I've gotten along with the girlfriend. Her name's Megan. But I've seen we follow each other on Instagram and social media, and I've seen that she's been out with her friends and her family, especially during the holidays. And when she's over, they're in the kitchen, they're in the living room, all the common areas, the bathroom, because we share a bathroom. But
Mm-hmm.
it's still kind of giving me anxiety because she's not being as safe as I think she could be, and it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of endangering me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
I see. Okay, that sounds super frustrating. So I understand that you're feeling kind of frustrated what's going on with Kyle, that they're kind of being irresponsible,
yeah,
hearing a little bit of anxiety and a fear there.
yeah. I mean, especially because, over the holidays, I couldn't spend time with my grandmother who's 90 years old. I decided to be safe, and I guess that's adding to the frustration because I'm taking making sacrifices and we have people over that are just kind of, I hate to say reckless, but they're not taking into consideration everyone else. Yeah.
Sure. Sure. I see. That sounds very frustrating. So, what I'm understanding is that you feel like you're making sacrifices by not seeing your family and your elderly relatives, and yet you're frustrated because your roommate and his girlfriend, who doesn't even live there, are not or being reckless or not being responsible, not abiding by the safe at home rules, and that
Right.
is getting between you guys. Yes.
Yeah. Especially because I'm kind of sequestering myself to my room because she's over so much and I don't want to be in contact or passing as much as we need we have been. So, yeah.
Right. Have you tried to confront Kyle about the situation?
I'm not a very confrontational person, but yeah,
Hmm.
I've kind of tried to mention it because when I try to confront someone, I try to be joking with them just to like lighten the mood a little bit, so it
Sure.
doesn't sound like I'm coming in attacking them.
Hmm.
But yeah, that never gone over very well with him because he gets super defensive.
Mm, I see.
He's like, "Well, she is being careful. She's saying she's getting tested," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, I don't know."
But you see the discrepancy in there between what he's saying and what you're seeing on social media from her posting,
Yeah,
correct?
'cause I'm wondering how many times she's getting tested if she's out every day with her friends and her family without a mask. Yeah.
Sure, sure. So how do you react when he gets defensive?
Um, I kind of just I try to de-escalate, so I'm like, "Okay, maybe this is not a good time," and then I'll just go to my room.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it kinda never gets picked up again because it's just like a circular thing where I'll try to bring it up again and then he gets defensive. So, I feel like whenever I bring it up, he's already in defensive mode where he doesn't even wanna discuss it. Because I
Hmm.
I'm not sure if he's tried to discuss it with her already and she's blown up on him or what.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, in those situations when you get into those discussions with Kyle, like what
Mhm.
keeps you think from deciding to confront him further about how it's making you feel at home?
I think when he starts raising his voice, then that
Hmm.
just puts me in like a place of um I just don't like being yelled at or
Right.
feeling like I'm not being heard.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's that fear of getting the virus, right?
Yeah, very, very much, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm on the list to get vaccinated soon, I hope. I'm not sure, but
Oh, excellent.
it's still a scary thought to think that I could catch it because I do know people that have been hospitalized, so it's kind of hitting close to home.
Right.
Yeah.
Being at home is not comfortable for you right now.
No, it's not. No.
I understand. That's very frustrating. I'm
Yeah.
sure you're very frustrated and uncomfortable being in your own home when you're doing everything that's right.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I've even gone so far as to put I don't know if this is passive aggressive, but I put, like, hand sanitizers out, masks.
right,
I don't know if they see it. I'm sure they do, but I just
right.
want them to know that I'm using them.
Well, you definitely just have to know what's in your power because unfortunately, with the situation with Kyle, it doesn't seem like he's going to be telling her to stop coming over anytime soon.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. And I know I totally support their relationship. I think they're good for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm a fan, like, we all hang out together when things are normal.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, I feel like this is just kind of put that awkward thing between us.
Absolutely. I can
Yeah.
understand. What I'm hearing from you is that that you want to resolve things with Kyle. Like you
Right.
want a safe place where everyone can be safe and maybe, um, speak to them about maybe Megan's decisions about her going out so much. But
Mhm.
it seems like her actions are affecting your and Kyle's relationship, and that's your home base. So that must be very frustrating.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Kevin. Well, thank you so much for telling me about your situation with Kyle and for coming today. I
Yeah,
really appreciate you, participating in this exercise. And I hope we get to discuss this further and practice some techniques in the future how to deal with this.
yeah. Thank you for the suggestions and thank you for the support.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right.
Have a good day.
Yes, you too.